Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Intensity number 19. We have Matt Mayhem going up against Ghost later tonight. But first, we have another huge singles match to get to, and that is Jaxson Pallas, number 7, taking on number 6, Braxton Riggs, in his third match ever in AWE. Coming out first, Jaxson Pallas, the bleak prospect, not receiving a warm welcome from the fans at the War Zone. And why would he? He has been absolutely despicable for the majority of his career here in AWE, but he comes in here last week on Intensity, a last man standing contest against Ghost. They went to a draw. So Jaxson comes in here with a 1-1 record, a win against Christopher Lee, and a loss against Kerub Lee. So will it be a losing record or will it be a winning record for Jaxson Pallas when this one's all said and done? The unorthodox technician and the second ever Great Clash winner still have yet to have the Great Clash here in year 3. But Jackson's gonna have his hands full tonight because he's taking on Braxton Riggs, the man who has never lost so far into his AWE career. He debuted at Lifeline 21 and knocked off Atlas Liger in his debut. And then on the very first episode, the season premiere of Intensity here for year 3, he knocked off Nickbo. Maybe taking shots at Nickbo, saying this is what a real champion looks like, because Braxton made Nickbo start the year off 0-1, and that is still, to date, Nickbo's only loss. So Braxton definitely has an argument to be made as to why he should be Intensity champion. Jaxson looks to deliver the first loss in the career of Braxton Riggs. Riggs looks to keep his hot streak going and keep climbing that ladder. It's going to be a fun one, ladies and gentlemen, that is for sure. Braxton Riggs, the Forgotten King, if he hits that overhaul on Jaxson Pallas, man, it could be over 1, 2, 3. And the bell rings, and what a way to kick off Intensity. We have a top 10 matchup to start the show, and these two men lock up, collar and elbow. Braxton Riggs with the size advantage. However, usually that would mean a strength advantage, but both men here in this matchup, pound for pound, very strong in their own right. Both men very similar in their approach as well. Braxton Riggs, a very technically sound grappling striker, and Jaxson Pallas, an also technically sound but unorthodox striker with immense grappling ability. I mean, these two men match up with one another very well, and it's going to be a chess match, ladies and gentlemen. Bet your ass on that. Whoever wins this one, let me tell you, they are going to have a case to go on and fight our current Intensity champion, Nickbo, at some point in the future. Jaxson has the headlock now. These two men going back and forth. Braxton shoots him off, comes back. Those two men meet in the middle. Braxton maybe a little surprised by the 170-pound Jaxson Pallas.
Again.
Braxton's more like 215, 220, and he just showed it. He sent Jaxson Pallas to the mat. the hard way. Now Braxton with the side headlock. A little bit of showmanship here. Let me tell you, if weapons get involved in this matchup, Jaxson may be walking out of here with a winning record, because Jaxson has already shown this season and last season what he's capable of when he gets the environmental offense and the weaponry in hand. But Braxton showing the extreme wrestling ability. These shoulder blocks just rocking the lighter opponent, Jaxson Pallas. Pallas, quick kick out.
No!
Braxton telling the fans to quit chanting, but the War Zone is one of the most vocal wrestling venues you will ever be to. Look at the cradle, this could be it. No, Braxton, quick kick out. And Braxton, the distraction of the fans, I mean, that almost cost him the match right there. Jaxson started his wrestling career in AWE. He's grown with the fan base, with the audience. He knows, hey, just ignore those guys because they don't like me. But if I can ignore them, if I can keep the audience out of it, hey, I can win many a match. And he has done so thus far into his somewhat illustrious action wrestling entertainment career. Some people would say the fact that he hasn't held a title yet negates, calling him great or whatever. But hey, a great Clash winner, and we've only had 2 of those. But look at Braxton. He thought he had him, and Jaxson with the quick feet. Now Braxton, I'm telling you, this is going to get confusing. Braxton and Jaxson. But there's Pallas stomping away at Riggs and jumping up and delivering a huge knee right across the face of Riggs. The bleak prospect, the forgotten king. Now Jaxson with the chin lock applied knee to the back. The technicality is unmatched. I mean, if it is matched, it's in this matchup, because these 2 men study the game. They're students of it. But Jaxson likes to take more liberties when it comes to how he likes to fight his battles. Likes to get those kendo sticks, get the chairs, anything he can get his hands on to get an advantage. And right now it's going to be a turnbuckle. Jaxson. Big punch to the dome of Braxton. Oh, and a chop just lighting up the chest of the Forgotten King, and another. Oh my goodness, and that one echoing throughout here at the War Zone. But look at Braxton. Oh my goodness, giving him chops of his own. Oh, these 2 men. My goodness, back and forth we go. Jaxson throwing Braxton into the corner. And now, Pallas with the upper hand now. This match has been back and forth thus far.
You got chopped, boy.
I expect and I suspect that it will continue to go on very much like it is now. The fans chanting, "You got chopped," but I don't know who they're chanting that towards. Into the cover hook of the leg and a kick out from Braxton. And I mentioned earlier that whoever wins this match will have a good case to face Nickbo for the Intensity Championship at some point in the future. But also, with this match, this is a big rankings implication match, because both of these men are ranked in the top 10. Braxton finally jumped Jaxson in this week's rankings, as he is at 6. Jaxson is at 7. So with a win over Braxton, and it looks like Jaxson is having a little after effects from the chops. He's on the outside. Braxton using this much needed rest as a breather. But Braxton not going to let his opponent rest. Has Jaxson by the hair, pulling him up to the apron, and he could be looking for it. Could be looking for it. Big suplex from the apron and rolls it over. Could be looking for it here. Yes! Planting Jaxson. That could be it. No. Pallas just able to kick out.
Ref, what's your name, Ref? Doesn't matter. You're stupid. Count. Faster.
Braxton unhappy with the ref and the fans chanting "Fight for never," contradicting the usual "Fight forever" chants. But the audience doesn't like Braxton. The audience doesn't like Jaxson. They don't like anybody with action in their name.
What do you say? You gotta give me an answer.
Come on, give up.
Riggs into the crossface here. Jaxson knows every counter possible to the crossface. If you remember his feud with Damian Kai last year, that's still one of Damian Kai's signature moves.
Come on, Pallas.
Jaxson Pallas got the upper hand in that rivalry with the Inferno Dragon.
You thought.
Oh, and a headbutt from Riggs. Staggers himself off of that headbutt. And now Jaxson with a big retort. And these two men throwing headbutts. Oh my goodness. Jaxson staggering and stumbling and trying to keep his wits about him, but look. And look at the disrespect from the bleak prospect.
You both suck. You both suck. You both
Jaxson
suck.
with a forearm.
You both suck.
Braxton with a forearm. Jaxson. Braxton. Pallas. Pallas wins out in this exchange. My goodness. Pallas just knocked out Riggs and a kick out.
This is awful.
And the fans chanting, "This is awful." I think it has less to do with the match quality and more to do with the people competing here in this match.
Awful.
The fans don't like Jaxson Pallas. They don't like Braxton Riggs. Both men are despicable. I would go out on a limb and say Jackson's a little more despicable. As he has that arm bar applied to Braxton Riggs. Look at Braxton. Look at the savvy. He was able to roll it over, and now look at the bridges, and he's into the cover. Could sneak the win. Kick out from Pallas, but Braxton's back up. Super kick to the face. Pallas is out. Pallas has been laid to rest, and if Braxton can take advantage here, could be all she wrote for the bleak prospect on intensity number 19. But Braxton deciding to go for a cover here. Little showboating for the fans.
Braxton sucks. Braxton sucks.
You know, if I'm Braxton Riggs there, hey, I'm picking Jaxson up and I'm going for my bread and butter. I'm trying to put the nail in the coffin right there. That super kick was a great way to shift the swing of the match, to shift the momentum into your favor. But if you don't capitalize, he's going to be able to kick out, and you see it there. Jaxson with a kick out at 2. Now Braxton looking to deliver more punishment, more brutality to Pallas.
Who sucks harder?
The fans chanting, "Who sucks harder?"
Who sucks harder?
But Jaxson making his way back up to his feet as Braxton is showboating for the fans, talking all that trash.
Your mom's your aunt. All y'all suck.
EBT ain't even bad.
Oh, and a cyclone kick rocks Riggs, and now he has the arm. Could be going for a Rougarou. Gets him up, puts him down. That's it. That is it. Lights out for Riggs. 1, 2, and a kick out. Braxton gets the shoulder up.
Rick, what's going on? What's going on, bro? Come on, let's start this right now.
Thank you, ref. Thank you, ref.
Jaxson and Braxton both having issues with the way the ref is counting, and I mean naturally they would, seeing as neither one has won the match yet.
Yes.
But you know, it's not usual someone kicks out of a Rougarou spine buster.
Yes.
Looks like Braxton did his studying. Look at Jaxson now going up to the top rope.
I'm not a wrestler, bro. I am not a wrestler.
He's not a wrestler.
Jaxson scaling the rope. Oh my God! Braxton delivers the knee to counter the high-flying offense of Jaxson Pallas, and Pallas could be out. Pallas is slumped. He's in the ring, and Braxton needs to take advantage if he wants to pull out the dub here on Intensity number 19.
Let's go, Braxton. Psych you thought.
And the fans just continuing to mock these two. German suplex! Oh my god! Oh my god! German suplex again! These two laying it all out there on the line. Jaxson got planted on his neck, rolled over, got back up, and had just enough left in the tank to deliver a German of his own. Now the fans giving this his awesome chance because these two guys are indeed, I mean, they're throwing everything that they can at each other, and it's just fun to watch, even though they both suck. And we don't like either one of these two. You have to appreciate what it is that's transpiring within the confines of the ring here at the Warzone at AWE. And this is what it's all about. This is why we're called Action Wrestling Entertainment. These two hammering away at one another, and now Braxton could have Pallas where he wants him. Throws him against the ropes, comes back with a clothesline. These two take each other out again, step for step and hold for hold. This match has been all match. Jaxson, hook of the inside leg. Oh, and a kick out. And if I'm Pallas, you're upset with yourself. He hooked the inside leg. You gotta get more leverage on that. I mean, you saw the kick out took less effort because it was the inside leg. Jaxson, I mean, that just goes to show you the fatigue that is going on with these two competitors right now. Jaxson is usually not the guy to hook the inside leg. Usually he's very strategic with everything that he does within the ropes, but not that time. And it shows, the fatigue shows. He's got the ref cornered, and the ref better be careful because there's no DQ here in this match. Braxton, oh! But Jaxson too quick, too smart, and the ref is out. Oh my goodness. Braxton turns and gets wrecked. Now Pallas going to take advantage.
Ref is paper! Ref is paper! Ref is paper!
The fans chanting ref is paper. Jaxson Pallas. Braxton is absolutely out from that kick and a Rougarou for good measure. But Jaxson, he knows that the referee is out. He's not even going to go for the cover. He's not even going to attempt the cover. Braxton's out. Braxton's out. The ref is out. Jaxson is getting out of the ring here. Maybe looking for a weapon.
We don't like y'all. Where are you going? Where are you going?
Jaxson flips the bird and Jaxson left. And Braxton's starting to come to.
What is this?
And I have no idea, ladies and gentlemen, what that was. We're going to need some closure. Matt Mayhem is about to take on Ghost. I'm still reeling from what we just saw. But Iam Badasson, this just in, saying that what Jaxson did was despicable. He's going to deal with that later, but announcing that Nickbo is going to be fighting Kerub, the newest signee to Intensity, and it's going to be for the title, the Intensity Championship, tonight in our main event. But I'm still messed up about what we just witnessed. But hey, with that being said, we do have a banger of a main event, a top 5 clash, number 5 taking on number 2, and if Kerub can win this match, hey, he'll be the new Intensity champion. But first, we have to get to this match, Matt Mayhem versus Ghost. That's coming up next.
I'm not at the Warzone tonight, man. But my boy Matt Mayhem has a match against Ghost. So while I'm vacationing here in Antarctica, it's cold, I say. It's real cold, but you know what else is cold? Matt Mayhem. He's gonna take Ghost And he's gonna beat him in 3 minutos ese. Let's go, Matt. Let's go, Matt. Let's go, Matt. Hell yeah, muchacho.
Little message from El Contrastico from, he said Antarctica. Now, I don't know how truthful and trustworthy that was. But, I mean, making sure that Matt Mayhem has his support without actually being at the war zone to support Matt Mayhem. And hey, he said, let me translate, El Contrastico said, Matt Mayhem's going to beat Ghost in 3 minutes. Now, I don't know about that. I don't know if Matt Mayhem is probably going to be the one to lose this match in 3 minutes if we're being realistic, but El Contrastico seems to have faith in his boy, number 15, Matt Mayhem, who does actually have 1 win on his record, so that's something. At least, you know, El Contrastico doesn't have one of those, but... But El Contrastico is supremely confident that Matt Mayhem can defeat this beast, this entity. This is Ghost.
Oh, yeah. The big man came out the floor.
Ghost, the first ever next level champion and longest reigning next level champion of all time.
Here we go.
In Ghost's first match of AWE Year 3 last week on Intensity, went to a draw in a last man standing with Jaxson Pallas. These two, Ghost and Jaxson, both still have much to settle. But in the meantime, Ghost is going to be fighting Matt Mayhem tonight. See if he can get his first victory.
Let's go, Matt.
Matt Mayhem sizing up Ghost. Ghost, the much larger opponent, but look at Matt. They don't call him Toothless Aggression for nothing. Coming into this match fast and in a hurry. But look, Ghost just caught him out of midair, shoots him off. Sidewalk slam from Ghost.
Bad idea,
Matt Mayhem.
Come on, Matt.
Early on, I mean, I hope that Matt doesn't just get decimated here in this match, but I don't know what I'm expecting. Ghost punching the kidneys of Matt Mayhem and now throwing him into the corner. Rears back, big lariat into the corner.
Give him one more.
Once again, oh my God, he's about to take the head of Toothless Aggression off.
Beautiful.
Now Ghost could be looking to put this match away before it has even begun. Charging it up. Oh, big back elbow. And another, and another, and another, and another, and another, and another. Matt Mayhem doesn't know where he is, and it is apparent.
Look at him.
Ghost.
Praise it to the gods. Don't know what it is.
Ghost drawing the upside down cross on the torso and looking. Ask Matt Mayhem, does he fear him? And he should. Oh, what's this? What's this? The lights. Oh, what else did I expect? The man who literally just walked out on his match. I guess because he wanted to deal with this. Ghost is pursuing Jaxson Pallas. These two men that went to a draw last week in a last man standing contest. Ghost is into the garage door. These two men have been back and forth in the past few weeks since the draft. Look! Oh! My goodness! Jaxson has disappeared. The lights are on and a Matt Asser. Matt Mayhem going to the top rope, looking to do the unthinkable and put away Ghost. Matt, frog splash to the back. And he rolls Ghost over. Oh my goodness. Toothless Aggression going back to the top rope for another frog splash.
Here we go.
Oh, he's taking the shirt off.
Take the shirt
Muscle
off.
Man Matt
He took
Mayhem
the
looking
shirt off.
for another
Come
frog.
on.
Splash, and he hits it. Hook of the leg.
2, 3.
And that's it. It's over.
Yeah, no way.
Ladies and gentlemen, upset of the year. The beginning of this match was just Ghost decimating and dominating in every aspect Matt Mayhem. But after the distraction by Pallas, Matt able to pick up the upset win. And my goodness, Matt is about to shoot right on up those power rankings. My goodness. And Ghost, very upset with what just transpired because the clergy is not going to be happy with him and his performance today. But coming up next, it's Kerub, the new signee, versus our new Intensity champion Nickbo in his first ever title defense. That's next. Last time we saw Kerub was earlier this week on Next Level. D4 went to the Next Level general manager, Ozzy Jameson Sinclair IV, not the fourth, but IV. D4 said, hey, get Kerub on your show, whatever the cost, get him on here. I have a bone to pick with him because of what happened in that four-way ladder match between Kerub, D4, Nick Alexander, and Nickbo for #1 contendership for the world title. D4 said, hey, we took each other out. We have a score to settle. D4 then went on to tell Kerub, hey, you're not taking any spines tonight, buddy. And if I have to beat you in the most honorable way possible to prove it to you, I will. D4 would not do that, however. He would take advantage of the ref being down and use the Oni's bat against him and pick up a W, which was Kerub's only loss. The only other loss he had was that four-way ladder match, which this man right here, Nickbo, won. I mean, obviously Kerub has a bone to pick with D4, but hey, if he can pick up an Intensity championship, on his way to get his revenge with D4, so be it. All I know is these two men are about to beat the living hell out of each other. I think the last time we had an Intensity champion as likable as Nickbo was when the great Tengu was Intensity champion last year. He took it off Atlas Liger. He would then go on to lose it to Chris Davidson, who had our support, but then he turned and joined Revelation to win the title. And so, we haven't liked our Intensity champion for a while, but now we do. So let's go Nickbo. Kerub still, you can tell that what D4 did earlier this week on Next Level still lives rent-free in the back of Kerub's mind. I mean, just no expression on the face of the Oni whatsoever. But he's going to have to focus in. He can't let that loss cost him this match because he's thinking about that. He has to be right here in the present, and he has to defeat Nickbo here tonight. More importantly, he has to do it with honor.
Let's go,
These two
Nickbo.
men sizing each other up into the collar and elbow tie-up. These two jockeying for position. Kerub into the side headlock and a back suplex from Nickbo.
Big old strong boy, ain't he?
Nickbo showing Kerub that, hey, I'm the strongest MFer you've ever faced so far. Oh, look at the huge atomic drop. Kerub saying the same to Nickbo.
Oh yeah, they both big strong boys, ain't they? They both
And
big
now,
and strong.
these two showing each other the size and strength that each possesses.
Oh yeah.
Back into another collar and elbow, this time Nickbo with the advantage, has that side headlock. Kerub scrambling to try to get out of the vice grip that Nickbo has on him. But look at the headlock takeover. Now, oh, look at Kerub, the flexibility. We saw it when he fought D4. Now we're seeing it here on Intensity. Kerub, the first rookie of this year's draft class to get picked up on a brand. Braxton Riggs still yet to get signed by either Intensity or Next Level. Kerub, though, coming in here ranked number 5. Oh, and these two just rocked each other with that headbutt. Oh, and once again, now they're hurting. Now they're staggering. Kerub, Nickbo, what a showdown of behemoths. Oh, but now Kerub just continuing the headbutts, continuing the assault, and that's going to chip a tooth. That will knock a tooth out as well. Kerub, oh, and now Nickbo. These two men are just two tough SOBs going to war, going to battle right now. And it's all for the Intensity Championship. And I'm sure that at some point there's going to be weapons getting involved because this match is Falls Count Anywhere and no disqualification. Intensity rules are in effect. Oh my goodness, and now Kerub picking apart the newly crowned Intensity champion. Hook of the leg. We talked about it earlier with Jaxson Pallas. That inside leg being hooked doesn't give you as much leverage, and Kerub showing his inexperience right there. And now the blows, the ground and pound offense that Kerub has trademarked at this point coming into play. Kerub getting a little heated with the ref, and I feel sorry for that ref. I mean, he just woke up not too long ago. My goodness. Kerub now delivering the knees to the midsection of Nickbo and just manhandling the Intensity champion as he throws him right outside the ring. We have never seen Nickbo get just tossed around so easily as he is right now. This may be the greatest rookie class that we've ever had in AWE. I mean, the likes of Kerub, Braxton Riggs, Christopher Lee, and so many more. Just this year, the rookie class is pretty stacked. And we haven't even seen Archer Mosley back in action yet, dealing with a lingering issue, a lingering injury from Lifeline 21. So when he comes back, we still haven't seen what he's gonna do. Not to mention Dex Witt, who hasn't been that impressive, but still, I mean, there's talent to be had here. Kerub showing that right now. Kerub now, once again delivering the blows to the champion. Kerub going to town, but Nickbo comes back with an elbow, and now Nickbo showing his ground and pound strength. Look at it. The forearms just, I mean, that will cut you.
Come on, Nickbo! Let's go, Nickbo!
Nickbo grabs the toes. Oh, and he just snaps them. That's a disadvantage of not wearing shoes.
He got another foot with some toes. Oh my God, toes.
Nickbo, one half of Sons of the South, the Son of the South. Nickbo, newly crowned Intensity champion, having one hell of a year here in AWE Year 3. Now he has that chin lock applied, knee to the back, doing more damage to the spine of the Oni. Has him in position for a big German. Big German suplex coming up. Look at the Oni though. The Oni not gonna let Nickbo have it. Knees to the back. Now has that armbar with a body scissor. And now Kerub hammering away at the left arm, the left shoulder. And now Nickbo trying to fight out, trying to will himself out of that, and he does. Now the ground and pound strikes from Nickbo. These two men getting tired. I mean, they are go. This is more like an MMA contest at this point.
Cherry, 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 cherry.
The fans clamoring for Cherry to get involved in this match. Nickbo gonna honor their request, maybe. Oh, but look at Kerub. Kerub with that bat that D4 used to put him away on Next Level this week. These two men both have their signature weapons in hand. And they're circling. Oh my goodness. Kerub Lee just dented the hell out of Cherry. Nickbo not happy. My goodness. You know, the thing about the bat is it's so rangy. He can stick you from any angle with the tip of the bat. Nickbo having to figure that out firsthand.
Fight, Nickbo, fight! Fight, Nickbo, fight!
The fans split right down the middle. We had two people earlier in a match that they didn't like, and now we've got two that they do like. The Oni not gonna let Nickbo show his athleticism. We saw Nickbo hit Cody Cole with a massive diving clothesline last week when he took that Intensity Championship off of Cody. Kerub Lee did his research, did his homework. Not gonna let the Son of the South hit that diving clothesline. Kerub Lee with a punch to the shoulder. Nickbo with one to the face. Kerub with a body shot. Nickbo with one in retort. Kerub Lee now throwing Nickbo into the wall, the side of the war zone. Nickbo making his way back to his feet. These two men are just brawling at this point. This has devolved from a wrestling match to where they're just trying to brawl now. But look at Nickbo. I told you Kerub did his research. Nickbo did his. Kerub Lee has always had a weak left shoulder because that's his dominant side. He always charges with that shoulder, causes a lot of damage throughout the match. Nickbo knows that and rammed that left shoulder right into the ring post. Nickbo using that midget ladder to his advantage. Now, could be looking to get Kerub back in the ring. Nickbo, you see the wheels turning as the Son of the South looks for another way to inflict damage. Oh, and now going up to the top rope. Could be looking for it. He's calling his shot. Oh, and he just takes Kerub right down to the mat. A massive diving clothesline. That could be it. Hook of the leg.
No way!
Kerub Lee just able to kick out.
Boy, you just got slobber.
We saw Kerub Lee. We saw how he removed Nickbo from the top rope earlier. This time, Nickbo had the momentum. Kerub Lee not able to react fast enough.
That was dishonorable. That was dishonorable.
Kerub Lee kick to the leg. These two men are down. The referee checking on Nickbo, making sure he's okay, but Kerub just telling Nickbo to come on. They're going to circle around. These two men, I mean, you see the perspiration. You see how red the body of Nickbo is. These two men, I mean, this fight has taken everything out of these two. Kerub just asking for more forearms from the Son of the South. And now the challenger going to town. The champion with a big ride of his own. Nickbo with a clothesline still doesn't take the Oni off his feet. Nickbo with a shoulder block still doesn't take him off his feet. Look at Kerub. Kerub just grabbed a hold of Nickbo and took him to the ground. And I told you earlier, we usually don't see somebody manhandle Nickbo. He's usually the one doing the manhandling. Oh my goodness! Nickbo sent right into the ring post and right outside the ring, and Nickbo is in trouble. You would hate to see Nickbo lose his first ever championship in AWE just the very next week after he wins it, but that may very well happen. But the Son of the South still in it, able to kick out of that. Kerub Lee starting to get frustrated, starting to get a little angry now. And just throws Nickbo back into the side of the war zone. Throws him in the ring. Nickbo comes down hard on the back of his head there. But Nickbo back up to his feet already going for a Tennessee lullaby out of nowhere. Look at Kerub Lee. Look at the innovative counter. Oh, delivering elbows to the jaw of Nickbo. But look at Nickbo able to bridge into a cover. And I'm telling you, man, if that referee was in position right there, Nickbo could have retained right then.
Oh man, right now is when you just stand back up and you immediately give him an
My
F5.
goodness, Nickbo, Kerub Lee, these two men,
No word.
they are gassed right now. German suplex. Nickbo had enough in the tank to deliver a big German suplex to Kerub Lee. But now Kerub looking to sweep the legs maybe. Look at Nickbo. Look at Nickbo. Oh my goodness, that's nasty. That's nasty. The referee coming to check on Kerub Lee because Nickbo just put Kerub on his dome. I mean, that looked like it hurt. Nickbo looked like maybe he was going for that maneuver that we've seen him hit on some people in the past, where it looks like he's going for a suplex. It's more like a brainbuster, really. He went for that, and he put Kerub right on his dome. But look at the Oni. Oh, and sends Nickbo back into the post. Oh, he could be setting up and Izanagi's burden. We saw him hit one in that four-way ladder match, and he could win an Intensity Championship with one right here. But no, Nickbo fights out. Nickbo has him up. Fireman's carry. Tennessee Lullaby. Kiss your dreams goodnight, Kerub Lee. Nickbo retains. Kerub Lee drops to 5-3, and 2 of those 3 losses coming at the hands of Nickbo. The four-way ladder match, he lost to Nickbo, and now tonight, he lost this championship bout with Nickbo. What a match this was. Look at the forearms. Able to stagger the Oni and stun him just enough to hit a massive Tennessee Lullaby. And this Intensity Championship title reign gets started off with a bang from Nickbo. Long live King Extreme. The Son of the South, a well-deserved victory here tonight. Kerub Lee, I said it earlier that Kerub could not afford to let his disdain for D4 live in the back of his mind and cost him this match tonight. I don't know if that's what caused it. But either way, Kerub Lee drops this match to Nickbo. 1 loss has turned into 2. But Kerub Lee has to have immense respect for the Son of the South, our Intensity champion, after tonight. Nickbo advances to 5-1, still ranked number 2, and I don't think his ranking is going anywhere because he had a great defense tonight on Intensity. Kerub Lee heading out as well. And he has some regrouping to do as he picked up 2 losses just this week. But thank you guys for so much for watching. Intensity number 19. Don't forget, join us on the Patreon so you can watch Odyssey 7 days from today. Thank you.